The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. FIVOX has downgraded the earthquake that hit Davao del Sur earlier today from a magnitude 6.3 to 6.1. The tremor struck the municipality of Magsaysay at 12:22 in the afternoon today. Anthony Aliada, the town's public information officer, says no damages have been reported, but the assessment of the situation continues. Several videos posted on social media show the intensity brought about by the earthquake. Aside from Davao del Sur, it was also reportedly felt in Cotabato, Sarangani, Cagayan de Oro, and Misamis Oriental. FIVOX warns that aftershocks may occur anytime. Now, here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Senator Sonny Angara says there is a need to pay more attention to the situation of out-of-school youth due to their growing number. Angara notes that the increase in unenrolled youth is a serious issue that could lead to bigger problems later on if left unchecked. Based on data from the Education Department, close to 4 million students were not able to enroll for the current school year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, Senator Win Gatchalian is urging the Department of Education to conduct a nationwide assessment of all learning materials to correct those with errors. This comes following reports on discriminatory remarks about Igorots that were found in books and modules. Gatchalian says the discriminatory language used regarding their physical appearance shows the urgent need to revamp the agency's quality assurance process. And Senator Joel Villanueva says the passage of corporate recovery and tax incentives for enterprises or CREATE bill will cut costs of cancer medication. Villanueva explains that the measure seeks to exempt a cancer prevention medication from the value-added tax or VAT. Congress has ratified the bicameral conference committee report on the proposed legislation. And we'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Filipinos who are not available during weekdays may now register for the 2022 elections on Saturdays starting February 20. This was confirmed by Comelec Commissioner Rowena Guanzon on Twitter. Guanzon said voter registration will now be from Tuesday to Saturdays from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Mondays are reserved for the disinfection of Comelec offices. Now, to give us more updates on voter registration, we have with us live the Comelec Commissioner himself or herself, Ma'am Rowena Guanzon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Ma'am, just a couple of questions to clarify this. The Comelec has 4 million target voter registration. How many applicants has the Commission recorded so far?
That's 4 million who will turn 18 on or before May 9, 2020, according to the National Statistics Authority. So far, we only registered 1,112,000. So we are short of 2,000,000.9 thousand, 18-year-old. So that's why we passed a resolution making Saturday a voter registration day because a lot of these 18-year-olds are still enrolled, and they have online classes. So Tuesday to Saturday, starting February 20, from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
So hopefully,
Tuesday to Saturday.
so ma'am, hopefully this boosts the number of registrations that we have. Are there other measures in place to again up the number of registration for the 2022 polls?
We will certainly have barangay satellite registration, but not at this time because of the COVID health protocols. But we are also giving priority or priority lanes to medical frontliners, to persons with disabilities, senior citizens, indigenous people, pregnant women, and of course we are hoping that the vaccine will increase the number of new registrants once they have the vaccine. But there is no, in the near future, we are not thinking of registration in the malls because it's not efficient. Plus, it is not advisable, health-wise. So we are asking the new voters, the 18 years old, to please register on a Saturday. Now, the other thing we have to inform those who registered for the SK elections, you are already automatically registered for the 2022 elections. So you're automatically registered. If you registered for the SK, you're already registered for 2022.
Thank you for clarifying that. Ma'am, can you also shed light on the so-called early voting law that is being pushed at Congress?
We now have the local absentee law, where the media, teachers, police, army can apply for voting early. They get their ballots early, let's say a week ahead, but they cannot vote for local positions. The early voting law should be able to provide that they can vote for all the positions. Meaning to say, if a law is passed, providing for early voting, let's say a week before, so that means we will have 2 election days, that they can vote for all the positions from the president down to the local government. So those are 2 options. I discussed that with Senator Amy Marcos, and I think she filed already some bills, but it needs to be certified as urgent by the president because, as you know, I hope Congress passes it in the second quarter so that we can make preparations. And then, of course, Comelec will need funds for early preparation this year if we're going to do early voting in May 2022.
Commissioner, are there other updates on voter registration for our OFWs?
Well, right now we have like 300,000 OFWs who came home. I could be wrong, but should be at least 100,000. So the trouble is, they now have to transfer, right? Registration. Right now, overseas voters still have to go to the embassy and the consulate to register. But we're trying to work out with the DFA. I am the commissioner in charge of overseas voting. We are trying to work out something with the DFA that will allow those already with passports, I mean, they're already overseas, uh, to register online without going to the embassies or the consulate. Because anyway, the DFA already has their biometrics in their passport system.
Commissioner, how about changes in procedures for the upcoming elections, again, in the light of the pandemic, as well as, of course, the new COVID-19 variants that we're seeing?
I think the campaigning will take on a different, you know, strategy.
Mhm.
Well, there will be more doing social media and more doing TV ads and radio. And because, I think the rallies are already a thing of the past with this pandemic. I mean, you can't have a rally of 2,000 people and stay 2 meters away. Well, you can. You will need like how many hectares for that? So I think the incumbent already have an edge, and those people already in social media have certainly an edge. So since they're going to do social media, more TV, more radio, we're going to have to change our rules so we can regulate the use of social media as campaign advertising, and so that they can be required to report that as their campaign expenses.
Thank you for your time, Comelec Commissioner Rowena Guanzon. And for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.